It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out of my mind. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out, trash day, I'm putting you out of my mind. Now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up the house. I'm taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage.
Welcome to WCCN. I'm your hostess with the mostest, the morning wrestling show with the best podcast ever. I'm telling you, we got Mark spinning the wrestling hits, and we got Paul dropping the comedy relief. But in all fairness, today is the day. It's Can Crusher Day.
What the hell was that?
Welcome to the morning show, Mark.
Well, I don't think we would be a good morning show. We are not morning men.
No, we are not morning men. We don't start really talking to each other until after the first break when we get a coffee.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really true. When it's me and you together on the back of the truck. Because that's normally on a Tuesday morning, and we got Monday Night Raw to talk about.
Right. Well, welcome to Can Crushers. Mark Martinez alongside Paul Bullers, two everyday garbage men.
Where the phone rings and throws Mark right the hell off. No, we're two everyday garbage men who drink beer and talk about wrestling.
Well, Paul, we moved our vehicles. We took a quick time out.
Well, yeah, and they wouldn't know that because we edited it so that it doesn't look like we skipped a beat.
But we're good.
But, hey, listen, we had a garbage tip of the week a couple weeks back, probably a couple months back, about how you shouldn't park in the way. And sure enough, we were in the way of the street sweeper, so we moved.
We moved. We are good gentlemen.
We are good gentlemen.
It also helps when the sweep guy has your phone number and says, move your damn vehicle.
Right?
So, we have a couple big announcements that we really have to put out there. But let's talk about how the Legit Badass tournament's going first after... We have cans this week, folks. We legit have cans.
Yeah, we do have cans. Miller Lights, because neither one of us have had time to go to the
store
beer distributor. So
Miller Lights, we like them. We drink them heavily.
A lot.
So, Soup and John, you guys can suck it. We actually have cans today.
Suck it!
It might have been Pat. Sorry, Soup. But nonetheless.
A
couple first-round matches. We had Vader against Saturn. Vader... It was close, but Vader ended up winning.
We had Haku versus Brian Pillman, and this was not close.
It's a landslide.
Haku is... And I feel like Haku's going to go far in this tournament.
I do, too. Actually, a tag team that broke up, and part of it was Dr. Death against Terry Gordy, and Gordy gets the win.
And then we had Wahoo versus Bad News Brown, and Bad News Brown is the winner.
And then yesterday's was, we have a little issue with this. I voted for Luthez.
Okay.
But the English professor goes back and he checks everything, and he said that my vote has switched to Regal. And I didn't do anything. I didn't even know you could switch these, actually.
You can unvote and then revote.
You
can vote for two people. Did you know that?
Yeah, because we have two... Mine and then the Can Crusher one.
Right.
Yeah. But we don't vote from the Can Crusher one. I vote from my regular one.
Right.
So, nonetheless, voting ended and Regal won. It was by one vote.
Oh, who do you got up now, Mark?
Right now, it is Stan Hansen. Where is his?
Stan Hansen versus Antonio
Inoki. Yeah.
Inoki.
This one's going to be close.
I don't know why I put an O at the end of that.
Because I'm having spaghetti tonight.
Yeah, that's probably why. It smells like spaghetti in you.
Not yet.
Bon voyage.
This one's going to be close. It really is. On record, I voted for Stan Hansen. His lariat is amazing.
Oh, the best lariat in the business.
Yeah, it really is. So,
are we going into big news or are we going to wait?
We should. This way we can run through Raw and Smackdown because there's not a lot happening on Raw and Smackdown. Again,
SmackDown was pretty
SmackDown
busy.
was good. I did like SmackDown. Raw kind of put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Raw, we're playing with something today too, folks, if you can't tell.
Yeah. Raw did come.
You got nothing on there for...
I do. We'll just wait till we get to Raw.
Okay. So, I'll let... You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So on Monday we were on the garbage. Tuesday we were on the garbage route, and I got an email from Chris Miller from
Chad Miller.
Why do I call him
My
Chris?
God, you are horrible with first
I
names.
suck at first names. Chad Miller from OVW, and I have to put all my promo stuff in, fill out the thing, but I got an invite to the Wrestling Combine on June 1st.
Which takes place in Louisville, Kentucky, and we'll be down there to cover it. I did not know. Paul and I have had to talk off camera, off mic, off screen, whatever the hell I'm trying to say.
We weren't on record.
Yeah, I did not know this was going to come up, and this was a shock, and I'm like, awesome. Good for you. And I'm proud, and we're going to put a promo together, and we're going to rock and roll this thing.
This is going to be awesome. This is and this is good for you, too, because this is a lot of the field that you're involved in.
Right.
With the promos and stuff like that, so... And like I said when we started the podcast, anything I can do to help you out, brother, I'm going to do it, and we're going to be awesome.
I'm an editing nerd. I like it.
So now for the big news. It's a really long drum roll.
All right, well, that drum roll was way too long. It has been brought to my attention, and I've also talked to Chad Miller, and I am a talent scout, associate scout for OVW for our area. I will be using the snow scale that has been released to go to wrestling events and more or less judge, evaluate. Evaluate's a better word. Judge is probably pretty wrong. Evaluate talent. Yeah, scout.
You're scouting talent, kind of like a baseball scout or a football scout, like the college guys have. Go out and. This is awesome. This is big news. This is
huge.
This is bigger news than I had. Mark's news is fantastic news.
This is when Chad and I talked, and I paced my living room for a while. This is where I wanted to go.
Yeah,
this is everything. This is awesome. I don't know. I didn't know how to take it. I told the family. The family was yelling. Told the English professor. He's beside himself. Paul and I, we hugged it out for both of us.
Yes. When we first started doing this podcast, I thought it was just like, all right, we're going to
drink beer and talk wrestling.
Yeah, we're going to have like 10 or 12 people listen to us, and the nation has spoken, brother.
Yeah, they have.
Can Crusher Nation is out there, and we're strong, and we love every one of you, and thank you for everything that you do for us.
Yeah, I should say this every week. Thank all the new subscribers coming on. Weekly, we're getting new people, and I would love to tag everybody.
The old people,
I'd love to tag everybody in Facebook. Hey, Bob Jones, thanks for coming. But it has been ridiculous this last couple of weeks that I can't keep track who's old and who's new.
Even Seth Rollins family in North Dakota when they were in Iowa this week, and Seth Rollins is from Iowa.
Des Moines.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as you can tell, we also...
Wait. I can't...
We also have a sound machine, and Fat Fingers is the one using it.
Yes!
So,
you are welcome, people.
We're stepping it up. Big news. We're excited about it. I have to say one thing before we take a break and move on to Raw and Smackdown. All this is not possible without one person, and it's Brad Benizzuti. Brad, I know you listen each and every week. Dude, I love you. I owe you beers.
We both love you, and we both owe you beers.
Yeah, this has been because you said, hey, I know a guy that has a wrestling thing, da-da-da-da-da. We've told the story. Brad, you made this connection, and it's blossomed from there. I love Chad Miller. I love Al Snow. I'm talking to him weekly. I really am. So I'm a little kid at a candy store right now. I really am. Snorting pixie sticks.
Snorting pixie sticks.
Right. I don't know where these are going to go, folks. This is the first day that we have this, so please bear with us. But my OVW report is coming up, and I have to do them right, and then we'll be back with Raw and Smackdown. It's time for my OVW report. Guys, OVW 1027. a change is gonna happen. This is unbelievable. If you haven't watched it, yeah, I'm gonna spoil it for you, but you really need to get on YouTube, to get on the OVW network, which is only $4.99 a month, and watch it. Oh my God. Holy crap. It's unbelievable. It really is. It starts with a recap of Dimes last week, winning the gauntlet, the TV title champion that he is, and just being the heart of a champion. Just being there, defeating week after week after week, winning this gauntlet of 5, 6, 7, an endless amount of guys. Unbelievable. So we start the show with an announcement of Run for the Ropes. It's going to be next Friday, during the whole Kentucky Derby weekend, and that there's going to be a tag team title match. The tag team title match is actually first. It's King's Ransom against Cash Flow and his mystery partner, and it's Brandon Espinoza. So, yeah, not really a mystery because we've seen him recently, but nonetheless, could King's Ransom prepare for him? Let's see. So, as I said, the tag team titles are on the line, and I love how King's Ransom is wearing them. They're wearing them like diagonally across their chest, over their heart, just showing the pride, more like a gladiator sash or something. They just look good on Ransom. Cash Flow starts with Maximus, and Flow is in control, just beating the snot out of Maximus. Esposito gets tagged in. Espinoza. I keep saying Esposito week after week. Mark, come on, wake the hell up. Espinoza. Nonetheless, once Espinoza gets tagged in, Ransom takes over easily. Easily just working over Brandon. Flo gets back into the ring and just chops down Ransom once again. Keeps switching back and forth, back and forth. Espinoza outside. Is actually in the ring, and he is just set up, and here comes Flo getting ready to come off the top rope, and Ransom kicks Brandon into the ropes. Flo falls on his ding-dong, falls outside the ring, boom, Brandon gets pinned. Flo is pissed off and says, listen, I challenge you guys next week with my real partner. Yeah, I did pick Brandon, but he's not my partner. Nonetheless, and Ransom says, all right, we don't care who you bring. We've beaten everyone. Next, we have a great setup for a match. It really is. Folks, it does happen, and this is where I say things just get a little bit crazy on OVW 1027. Dimes gets in the ring and calls out Gunn, calls out Smooth, saying, guys, I've beaten everybody in these gauntlets over and over and over. What it all pans out is if Dimes wins his TV gauntlet, the last person he'll have to face is Tony Gunn, and Tony Gunn says, winner takes all. My God, this is now a trend in wrestling, winner takes all. We've seen it, but nonetheless, somebody's going to walk out OVW as heavyweight and TV champion tonight. Unbelievable. Smooth gets involved, but he's playing like devil's advocate, just stirring the pot. He wants Dimes to win because he knows he can kick his ass pretty easily. He hates Tony Gunn. I don't know. Smooth is just dastardly. The dastardly count is going to be off the wall today because Smooth just is, I think he's gone a little crazy. I really do. We have a match, and Callie comes out. Nice to be back in OVW. Callie, your OVW Women's Champion, and she's going to sit at ringside as we see a match between Thunder Kitty and Haley Shadows. Kitty is in control for most of the match. Shadows gets a few moves in, and you're like, wow, this is good. She's been in and around the ring. I like what she can do. But nonetheless, some flowers are getting delivered, and Callie just bolts from the broadcast table thinking they're from her. Callie, come on. Come on, Callie. You're smarter than this. They're not for you. They're for Thunder Kitty. She's 97 years old. She has fans in the grave, apparently. Nonetheless, Callie does find out they're not for her. She drops them in front of Thunder Kitty, and Thunder Kitty is just looking for the flowers. Haley rolls her up. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I don't know where this is leading. Thunder Kitty now should be back at the bottom, and Haley should be number 1 contender. I don't know. I still want Jay Lee back. OVW, come on, hire her back. Call her. Get Jay Lee back. It's announced next week that Tommy Dreamer will defend his Anarchy title. Damn. Yeah, this is unbelievable. Tommy Dreamer's back to defend this title. Watch out. Colton Cage and Danny head out to the ring, and Danny's just... she's a trucker tonight. She's just calling Lily everything under the book. She calls her a slut. Yeah. What? She said that she's been making, prank phone calls and texts. She's got tracking devices, sending fake emails. And so Lily and Dustin come out and say, this is baloney. This is baloney. Danny comes up with this protection order out of nowhere, and she shows it. So Lily gets cuffed. The cop wants to see the protection order, and it's fake. So boom, Danny gets hauled away, and kind of a little bit of street justice herself. Not the big boot, but street justice herself. And Danny and Colton are off to jail. Guys, I'm going to run over this quick because the last match is what I want to talk about. So it's a little bit of a spoiler right there, but nonetheless, it is a TV champion winner takes all gauntlet. Lutz against Brandon Wolf. These guys are quick. These guys are really quick. This needs to be like a spotlight match, just one-on-one. You see it on social media matches if you watch it on OVW, but this should be a long, drawn-out feud. These guys are great. Lutz picks up the win because Cove helps him. Next out is Drew Hernandez, but Smooth comes out to the ring with them. I don't know what this is about, and Drew actually came out to Smooth's music. So a little bit of an alliance there? I don't know. Drew hits a pop-up powerbomb on Lutz and gets the win. Next out is Dimes, and this is where Smooth sits down and starts broadcasting. This is where you find out that he's dastardly, and he's rooting for him because he knows that he can beat the snot out of Dimes anytime. Changemaker helps Dimes move on. And next out is Amon, and Smooth actually gets involved into this. Amon hits the straight to hell on Dimes and gets the 1, the 2, and the ref kind of gets bumped or, just gets interfered with and pops up. Dimes, boom, Changemaker again, Amon gone. I wish they'd do something more with Amon. I really do. I love the whole gimmick. Maybe after, let's wait. So he won the gauntlet, more or less. Out comes Tony Gunn. And whoever wins this right now is going to be your winner-takes-all OVW Heavyweight, OVW TV champion. This is unbelievable. This match was great, guys. It goes back and forth. It really does. Dimes tries for a few roll-ups. Smooth is outside the ring. Tony Gunn does his best Brock Lesnar by a couple suplex cities. Gunn tries for the kill shot. Smooth stops him saying, hey, you'd kill the poor kid. Don't. So Gunn hits Smooth. Boom, knocks him out outside the ring. As soon as Gunn turns around, though, Changemaker out of nowhere. We have a new OVW heavyweight champion and still TV champion, Dimes. Oh my God, this kid is as big as my son. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what OVW does. They wrap you up and they just pull you in week after week. Guys, I don't know why the hell you're not watching it yet. If you are watching it, good. You're completely excited as I am. You just don't know where this is going to go week after week. Chad Miller, Al Snow, and the rest of the writing group at OVW, you guys are amazing. Guys, it's $4.99 a month. Get it. It's unbelievable. I can't wait until the end of May when the family makes a trek to Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to take a quick break. You're going to hear Al Snow talking about our favorite brand, Collar and Elbow.
Wrestling. A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. The wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connects emotionally for people everywhere. Collar and Elbow is the brand. Passion and love for wrestling is the drive. I am Al Snow, and this is Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
Paul, so Raw starts, and Hey, wake up. Hey, Paul. So Raw starts, and before they get Triple H in the ring, they announce both triple threat matches that they're going to have.
Yeah.
And then Triple H says, hey, we're going to have triple threat matches. All right, maybe that's for the people in-house that didn't see. No, they always put everything on a Jumbotron. That's a bunch of crap.
No, I don't know if the in-house people would have heard that, because the announcers don't, when you go to a live event, you don't hear the announcer.
Yeah, but sometimes they put it up on not the Jumbotron, but the Civic Arena one.
The spinny
like
thing.
the hockey one or whatever. But, so they announced the triple threat matches, and then Seth comes out and talks, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a nice little skit. No, it turns out to be 45 minutes of welcoming everybody that's ever been in a triple threat match before.
Right.
The first 45 minutes of Raw sucked.
Yes.
Outright. And that pissed me off from the get-go.
Horrible.
From the get, I was done with Raw. I wanted nothing to do with it because you announced the matches. Drew doesn't have to come out. This one does, everybody knows who's in it. I don't want to spend 45 minutes on it, but...
And, in between matches, give us, a snippet from Drew, or give us a snippet from Miz and Baron Corbin. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see all of them in the ring looking at each other.
And they did.
Yeah, and that's basically what happened.
A melee didn't start. If it ends in a melee, all right, nothing happens. 3 people left the ring, 3 people stayed in the ring to have the match.
Yeah.
And it was AJ, Joe, and Ray. It was a good match, though.
That was a
AJ
good
and
match.
Ray put on a good part of the match. Joe, a little bit wonky, the speed of Joe.
Yeah, but the power of Joe was also impressive.
Right, I agree.
It was a spot fest, though.
It was a spot fest, and the way it ended was a mega spot fest.
Right.
The power bomb from AJ onto Ray, and then a Styles Clash. No, the other way around.
The Styles Clash to Ray onto Joe.
Yeah.
And then he pins Joe.
And then he pins Joe. Well, let me throw you on Soup, and then do something else on Soup.
Well, here's the thing.
Soup is dead.
Here's what I don't get, though. Joe is your champ.
Your U.S. champ.
Pin Ray.
Right. But it gets... Joe and Ray are going to have another feud, because that really never ended, that 1-minute match at Mania.
No, that was for mostly Joe, and because Ray was hurt.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that.
And everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
But once AJ wins, writing's on the wall then. AJ, Seth, right off the bat, I knew whoever wins the second one later on, I thought they're putting this up. They need a big match for this Money in the Bank. I mean, the Money in the Bank matches itself are great, but they need a big title match because I didn't know what's going on with Kofi.
Nobody knows what's going on with Kofi.
Right.
Yet. More of that in a minute.
More of that in a minute. Naomi against Billie Kay, and Naomi wins. I didn't get to see the whole match. I was talking to Eric Shea about what's going on with Asylum and everything. That's on the cusp. We will release that when we can. I know what's going on.
We know a lot, but we don't have...
Details.
All the ducks in a row.
Right. So we will get Eric back on when everything's good to go, and so that's a good. It's nice to see Naomi win. It really is.
This is 2 weeks in a row.
They're burying the Iconics. Singly.
Bad.
Singly, though.
Singly, yes.
So, whatever. On to the next match. It's Corbin, Miz, and Drew. I would have liked to see Miz win.
Who wouldn't have liked to see Miz win? And as much as I complain about triple threat matches, I would have liked to see Miz win and then AJ versus Miz and have that be end in a draw. And they both get it for a triple threat against Rollins.
Right.
That would have been a fantastic match.
That would be.
That would have been a WrestleMania-worthy triple threat match.
They do not want Drew losing, though. No, you can't beat Drew right now because he's the powerhouse right now.
Right. He's the only powerhouse on Raw.
Yeah, no Braun on either show.
No.
So we don't know what's up with Braun. Maybe just some time off. He's been busy. So. Yeah.
Looking svelte.
He is looking svelte.
He cut some weight.
Yeah, he's got a case, not six-pack. He's got a case under it. He's literally a beast. Sami Zayn is a dancing machine. He just comes out and he just is dancing. Like, he's blown up by the time he gets to the ring.
He's
every
tired.
week. Yeah.
Sucking wind. It's like me and you running after a garbage in a windstorm.
Oh, that's horrible. In the rain.
In the rain.
Uphill. Both ways. Jinx. So we got to see his vacation pictures this week.
Which was nice.
Yeah, I'm good.
There's no way Sami Zayn went on a 200-mile walk or whatever it was because...
No, he wouldn't have that gut.
The dude is chubby.
He is chubby. I love this Sami Zayn, though, Paul.
I do love this Sami Zayn. He builds up, and he's like...
But the fans are feeding into it week after week. They're, whoa. That's Becky's, nonetheless.
Same thing.
Right, it's the same thing. And they just keep falling for it. They're allowing themselves to fall for it, and that's what I love.
Right, and that's part of the gimmick, and I love it.
Yeah. But everybody can take a trip.
Yeah.
And go to hell. I don't know what he's doing with that go to hell thing, but I love it.
Did anybody come out? Yes, somebody came out right as Sami Zayn was. Oh, this was Cedric.
Cedric Alexander.
Alexander's first match.
Were you going to say the Entertainer?
Yes, I was actually going to say Cedric the Entertainer because I suck at names.
I know. This was his first match against the now shifted over because the shakeup is now 2 weeks in a row because.
Right.
Politics. A lot of this broke down to politics.
Yes.
We'll get to it in a minute. But so Cesaro is now on Raw, and Sheamus is injured, so he's off. So the bar is gone.
So is the bar done?
Done.
Or is this going to be when Sheamus returns, he's back
I don't know.
on Raw?
I hope they give Cesaro the push that we've all wanted for years.
For years.
Years.
The John Cena, I 100% guarantee... Put an end to.
Yeah. And Cesaro gets the push.
Yeah.
He wins over. I thought they were going to give it to Cedric. I really did because Cesaro can lose and it doesn't do anything against him.
Right.
He's that hype. What do you do with Cedric, though? I mean, Cesaro's a talent. But
the same thing that they're going to do with Ali on SmackDown.
Just get buried.
Yeah.
They'll beat me and you, but they're not going to beat anybody above them.
Nope, not yet. They got to put in their... time.
I've always liked Cedric too. Cedric actually did a super indie a few years back before he went to NXT and this, that, and 205 and everything. He's great. He's a talent. He does a lot of good stuff, and he did it at IWC. But I don't think he's caught on in WWE yet.
Not yet.
Even as the 205 champ and everything.
And that's not 100% his fault. We can blame a lot of this on shitty writing.
Right. I agree. So the Usos are in the back naming all their competition, and the Revival steps up, and there's a little bit of heat, and
yeah.
So we have another new name change.
Yeah.
And it's better.
So we're going from the Viking Experience to the Viking Raiders.
Right.
It's not any better. Let's call them the damn War Raiders and be done with it.
The whole war incident is just bad.
Well, it's stupid.
Or just call them the Vikings.
Or call them the Raiders. I'd be okay with that.
Together, it's Minnesota against Oakland. That's all I think about. It's horrible. And there's no match. They just destroy Lucha House Party. They are now the schloads of Raw.
I can't wait until they face the Machine.
Oh, boy.
Yes, we need some heavy machinery. Steaks and weights, baby! Steaks and weights!
I'm sorry. That just blew your eardrums out, I'm sure.
I'm not sorry. I'm excited.
Hawkins and Ryder in the back, and they're not scared of the Raiders. I hope everybody just calls them the Raiders, by the way.
Right. That's what we'll end up just calling them.
They were also, off subject a minute, they also were going to be called the Berserkers. Remember Berserker from the mid-'80s?
Yeah.
They were going to call them the Berserkers, and that didn't work for him.
It's not going to work for them.
No. War Raiders. Becky Two Belts comes out, and she's facing a returning Foxy.
Oh, Alicia Fox is back.
She sucks.
Yeah.
Like, how does she continue to have a job?
She's from the Diva era, and it shows.
Yeah. And Becky, before she has the match, talks about pretty much how, without saying Vince's name, Vince likes bleached blondes with big boobs.
Big boobs. He's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Look at your matches for Becky.
Yep.
So far at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
We have...
Spoiler alert, Becky's going to have 2 matches at Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah. Well, we could have just talked about the first one right now because it was announced on Raw.
Yeah, against Lacey Evans.
Yep.
Because...
Who has what?
Blonde hair and big boobs.
Yeah.
And the woman's
right. And a powerful... woman's right.
The woman's right. I liked her on NXT.
I still like her now.
Nah, I can't... She pissed me off just walking around for 6 months.
She was just waving and letting you know she was there. Yeah. Like a distinguished lady would.
Corbin says stuff to AJ that he marks out that he's coming for the championship because Corbin won.
I did. Yeah, I checked out.
Once Corbin won,
I checked out.
It was legit.
It was writing on the wall was AJ's winning this match.
Yeah.
Because they're not pushing Corbin. Corbin's just the guy they push to lose.
So Ricochet, and he's going to face Robert Roode.
Why just Ricochet? Because
Aleister Black also got shipped back to SmackDown.
So they split that up, which is awesome.
I'm happy about that. I am happy about that.
Because I want to see Ricochet doing better things.
He's a singles wrestler.
Being wasted in a tag team.
Yeah, he's a singles wrestler.
Not that Aleister Black and him weren't a great tag team. They were fun to watch.
Right.
But in the same sense, they're
both better singles.
Yeah.
Roode gets the win, though.
Robert
Roode with the porn stash.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. We said boobs, so
was
we
it
want...
porn stash or was it queen stash?
Oh, Freddie Mercury stash.
Yeah.
Nice. Then comes up the Firefly Funhouse, and
This is Blue's Clues meets...
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, but if you look at his ensemble, it's very Blue's Clues-ish.
It is, but...
Meets Pee-wee's Funhouse.
The word of the day is what?
I loved it.
The word of the day is what?
No.
Yes.
It was fantastic. This is what we wanted, Mark. This is what we wanted, gimmicks.
It is a gimmick. I'm not getting you wrong. I just want to know where they're going with it. Is he demented bad? Is he demented good? Is he in the realm of
maybe he's just crazy?
That Doink the Clown that will fans love him, but he does dastardly things. Do you have that sound?
No, I don't have the hair sound.
Oh, all right.
I got a golf clap if you want that.
No. You can do it after this one.
Okay.
AJ against Corbin. Corbin's in the main event, and I lose focus. AJ wins. You might have to get closer on some of these to the mic, bucko.
I might.
They're on there.
You'll hear them.
You can hear them.
We can hear you whisper into the phone, hold on.
Hold on,
That was
Sean.
probably the creepiest thing that they... Halfway through the beginning of the podcast, they're going to be like, what the hell am I holding on to?
Loosely.
And don't let go.
So AJ wins. It's AJ Seth against Money in the Bank.
No, it's AJ versus Seth.
That's what I said. AJ Seth.
You said AJ Seth against Money in the Bank.
Whatever.
That shit about.
They shake hands and there's respect for the night.
So Money in the Bank Raw right now. If you picking a group of guys to be in the match, who do you got?
What are you talking? Oh, Miz, Ricochet. Are we going with 6? So 3. You have
Miz and Ricochet is all you have right now.
I know, but I'm going to say you should have a big guy as well.
Miz,
maybe Otis,
Ricochet,
and Otis.
No, Otis isn't going to be there. McIntyre,
why not, buddy?
McIntyre, Lashley, Corbin, and now you need one more face.
Well, you're not getting it. I think it's going to be combined one. You're not getting 2.
Are you sure?
I'm sure you're not getting 2 Money in the Banks.
Oh, well, then
you're getting the guys and the girls.
And last year, both Raw or both SmackDown people won.
Yeah, so you're going to get
you'll probably have both Raw winning this year, or a Raw winning and a SmackDown winning.
So you got Miz, Ricochet, Drew.
McIntyre.
Drew. You have to.
There's your big guy.
Yeah.
So on the other end of that,
we're shifting to SmackDown.
Now we're going to SmackDown,
and we'll just stay with that
because
right now.
SmackDown was fantastic.
SmackDown was.
I
fantastic.
loved SmackDown.
Shane's starting to show though.
Shane always starts the show.
I know. And thank God that Greg Hamilton only had to say best in the world one time.
Yes.
I'm getting sick and tired of that.
And it's not like they're going to actually bring the best in the world to prove that he's the best in the world.
Did you see he did a run-in over the weekend, though?
Was it him?
Yes. I'm going to, yes.
Do we know for sure?
My tattoo said it was him.
He was masked.
Same hoodie?
Masked.
They only make one hoodie that looks like CM Punk's one that he was wearing.
No, they don't. They make tons of them.
Millions?
And millions! CM Punk fans want it to be him, but I mean, he's probably about time he gets a paycheck, so he might have done that.
It's an indie show, you know. If anywhere, I'm telling you, I bet you he shows up at AEW at some point. I'm telling you. He's talking about Roman, and he's got all these options he's going to give Roman.
Nobody ever puts their hands on a 70-year-old man, especially a dad. When 2 weeks prior...
More than that.
3 weeks prior.
Maybe 4
weeks prior.
Batista beat the shit out of him.
Oh, Ric Flair, but I wasn't talking about that.
Oh.
He grabbed a hold of the Miz's dad.
Right? I wasn't going to that one, but
he was like very hypocritical, and I didn't like that.
Oh.
I was upset about that.
Do you know the Miz plays fantasy football, and their title is actually, he's got a picture of his dad.
Really?
It's called the George. They play to win the George each week.
No kidding.
I watched Miz and Mrs. last night.
Nice.
I'm a child. Out comes Elias, and Shane and Elias beat the shit out of Roman.
Put the boots to him.
I love what they're doing with Elias. Granted, it's against Roman, and Elias is going to take the loss at some point, but
this might be a push.
They're giving him a push.
This could be the bigger things than just being the best musical entertainer in wrestling today.
Did you see the little kid in the front row dressed up as the Ultimate Warrior?
His
dad
not.
was holding him.
No, I missed it.
Front freaking row. He had the hair. He had, I don't know if it was face paint or like a mask that you have, but
a mask that I have to lift in. That's
often.
my powerlifting mask.
It was amazing. This kid was epic.
Fantastic.
That's my thing. So Kofi talks about facing Shinsuke tonight. He loves the universe. The universe loves him. Big O comes out shucking and jiving. And I'm loving what they're doing with this. More on that later.
You just hushed me, basically. You finger hushed
I did,
me.
because you were going to.
No, I wasn't.
Finn versus Almas, which Almas is back now on SmackDown.
Why is Almas back on SmackDown?
Because Fox says they want Latino people on SmackDown.
And Vega goes to SmackDown, so you guess who else that brings? Vega's husband, Aleister Black.
Yeah, Almas with Charlotte.
Like we said earlier, it's very political what happened.
Yeah, very.
So
they wanted Almas and Vega.
Yeah.
But Vega's like, well, then I want, if Charlotte's going to get her way, more or less.
Yeah.
So, which I'm all right with. And now let's talk about the Finn and Almas match. Epic. I love the match.
Great match.
I'm not really a huge Finn fan. I like him. But I mean, I was pulling for Almas. I was like, man, this is good work. I don't want to see this match end.
Okay, so I want to see this last more than a couple weeks.
Well, they said last night, as soon as Finn won, that puts the end of that. It's 1-1. What? So everything ends in a tie?
No, I want to see this last a couple weeks. I don't want to see the belt flip-flop.
No.
But I want to see Finn have matches against other people, almost attack.
Interrupt. And then Finn gets pissed off and does the same thing, or at least not attack, just stand on the...
Yeah, and smile because that's all he needs to do.
Yeah.
I want to see this go for a little bit. And then maybe at a
pay-per-view... Money in the Bank is 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the dead... I mean, we got dead time now. There's many weeks in between things, and good things until SummerSlam. Legit. Like, Money in the Bank's a good pay-per-view, but you get some rough ones. We're going to have another Crown Jewel. We're going to have another... Bleh. They canceled Backlash because it was going to happen the week after Crown Jewel, and that sounds bad.
Yeah.
You know, you're over in Saudi Arabia. Oh, there's Backlash following right after. Oh, step back.
Oh, my God.
Don't say war in Saudi Arabia.
Jeepers creepers. It's getting too much.
Yeah. So Finn wins with the coup de grace.
Coup de grace. It's not the coup de grace no more?
It is the coup de grace. I'm just being an idiot. Elias is singing backstage, and he sings a little song to challenge Roman. Oh. And then him and Shane jump in the old limousine and take off.
It's time to beat feet.
Another side note, I know it's been out there for months now, but it really got to me last night. I love the Snickers commercial with Rusev and Lana running through Dollar General. That's me and Kelly.
I believe
it really is.
That's
Kelly's like, don't be an asshole.
That's me every time I go to a Toys R Us. Ask Teresa.
They're closed, Paul.
Well, they weren't though.
I know.
I was
running
I'm a
through
giant
the store,
kid.
kicking balls, throwing stuff around. Yeah, we're idiots. So Kyrie Son, Kyrie.
Yes, Kyrie.
Kyrie with Paige and Asuka going to take on Peyton Royce with Billy.
Peyton and Billy.
Yep.
There's no Royce anymore.
No, we're dropping everything.
No, one name.
Yep.
It looked really weird the other day when they had Roman versus Elias because it said Roman Reigns in big letters, Roman little, and then Elias. I think that's why they do it. They're editing.
It's all for editing and shtick. Yeah, it's easy. I completely agree with that. So Absolution meets Paige backstage, which we call the Golden Gloves.
The Golden Gloves.
And they said, hey,
if when this all backfires in your face, don't come a calling.
Yeah. I called them Sainska, actually.
Sainska?
Yeah, I don't have a name for them yet. Like, the Jumping Bomb Angels was great.
I really wanted to call them the Oriental Express, but I think that would be racist.
Well, there was an Oriental Express back in the day.
Yeah, see that? So it's not that bad.
So it's a new Oriental Express.
Yeah.
My God. No, nothing there. Boo! Thank you. Satan gets a win. It was a squash match.
Yeah,
it really... Jinder's back. I didn't know he was even gone.
Well, he was gone for a little bit. I was trying to think of what he says, but I can't remember. Shante.
Yeah.
Was he back? Because Lars Sullivan just demolished him.
And Gable. But then, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
R-Truth comes out.
Wanted to have a 7-second dance break with Lars, and Lars was not dancing.
Not having it.
Not a bebopper.
So Charlotte's in the back.
Dancing in public gives him anxiety.
Yeah, anything. Walking in public gives him anxiety. Charlotte's in the back talking about, not in the back, she's in the ring, in the match, about WrestleMania 35 match. My God, stutterish. And she's just salty about losing. She's salty. You know, why do you have my title? Well, Charlotte.
You lost.
She didn't lose. I'm playing the heel for a minute. She really didn't lose, but you signed the contract of All In.
You knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, everything happening. All In.
And nobody beats Becky 2 belts.
Right. And here comes Bex. Says, hey, idiot, you signed a winner-take-all contract.
Yeah, that's why you lost.
And then she says the damnedest, bestest, damnedest, goodest thing I've heard. And she's like, you're holding people like Mickey, Bayley, and Ember back.
Yes.
And she is.
She is.
You're an 8-time champion.
You've been in the company for how many years?
Right.
How many years was she in the company?
I don't know. Look it up.
And she's already an 8-time champion?
Well,
there are some
she
people
had
that
5 in like 3 months. When her and Sasha were trading them off.
There's some people that haven't even been a champion yet, who's been in the company for 10 plus.
Right. Flair, you're good. We know that. I respect you. You're a great wrestler. Step back a little bit. And that's on her.
Yeah.
It's on her and the writers.
Vince too.
You're right. Blonde with big boobs.
Right.
I love what Becky said. And I think everybody's going to rally around this. So Bayley comes out and she's like, yeah.
Yeah, take a step back.
And Bayley...
I thought for sure when they made this match, Bayley versus Charlotte...
You knew what I was doing.
Bayley was getting pushed. And I'm like, this is fantastic.
Mark's going to be running around like an idiot tomorrow.
Finally. I was going to text you right then when it happened.
Right?
So, I don't know.
Bayley loses.
Yeah.
Then that pisses me off.
I was mad.
But it was a great match.
It
was a great match.
Like I said, this was the best SmackDown in forever.
Yeah. I like that Bayley says, you've beaten her, you've beaten this one, Becky, you haven't beaten me. Well, because they haven't had a freaking time to fight.
They haven't had a match.
Right.
Because nobody lets it happen.
Right.
And that's the same with Ember Moon. Like, Ember Moon deserves a title shot.
I agree. So afterwards, after the break, Beck says she's going to defend a title, both titles, on Money in the Bank. One against Charlotte, one against Lacey. My predictions are ready. she's not losing these matches.
No.
Not the first time that she's going to do this.
I don't think so.
If she does, her whole championship is a debacle then. If you look at it.
Why do it?
Right. Why give her both if she's not going to defend it at least once?
Let her run with it for a while.
Right. I agree.
Please let her run with it for a while. I love this. She is the women's Stone Cold of this generation, and I love that.
Yeah, she is.
The only thing that could make this better is if she started feuding with Stephanie. If Stephanie would get involved somehow and try to make the push happen.
That's a complete Stone Cold Vince ripoff then.
But is it?
To a point.
Because you could do so much more with girls than you can with Stone Cold. Wow.
Well, where's the crickets
mind
now?
Out of the gutter, buddy.
Where's the toilet flush
Get
on
your
that
mind
one?
out of the...
So we get they play the same Firefly Funhouse thing again. And this time, they show the crowd. And I think this was bad camera work. Communication guy in me is looking back and I'm like, the crowd hates this. You know, they're showing it, they pan to the crowd, and the crowd's just standing there like,
well, you already seen it.
Right.
If you're going to do it on...
Do a different one.
Right. And why is he both on Raw and SmackDown?
I don't know. Where's he going?
Well,
Right? So now we're at our main event. Kofi against Shinsuke. And Big O brings out New Day again, and I'm like, God, man.
Oh, yeah!
Big O. All right, let's just run to the match.
Well, this was actually a really good match.
It was a good match as well.
Kofi hit some stuff. Shinsuke was in control of the match a lot. And then Kofi's about to win the match, and in comes Rusev Day!
Looking dapper, too.
Look at that. Handsome.
Yes. Handsome.
And
then it gets ruined.
So...
It gets ruined. Big O comes in and helps for a little bit. Woods comes in and helps a little bit. All the bad guys are out of the ring. Now it's just...
So Woods is out on the outside of the ring, and he gets the Kinshasa out cold, and then Owens gets involved, hammers on him, gets in the ring, attacks Rusev.
Gone.
And, yeah, he's out of the ring. They're standing there side to side, Kofi and Big O, and Big O doesn't see Shinsuke coming, so Kofi throws him out of the way, hits Shinsuke with a Trouble in Paradise, and then all of a sudden, super kick.
Wait, that sounded like Dolph Ziggler was coming.
No.
That was Dolph Ziggler's scratch.
That was Dolph Ziggler's scratch, but the music stopped for the Big O.
Yeah.
It's now the Kevin Owens show. Fantastic. This was freaking amazing.
I am excited about it. This is where I want... We knew it was going there. But we have 4 weeks until Money in the Bank. Take this 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 weeks of heat to build up. Because this is a match already. It's going to be booked next week. For the love of Pete, it's going to be booked. You could play this for 2 more weeks and let them do something stupid. Like... accidentally clothesline him, and then, I'm sorry. Not that I don't have to touch you now, but I am anyway, because I'm excited about this. I like it. I do. But they could have extended this fun time.
They should have slow played it.
Yeah, slower storylines is what they need. This was one that we were getting behind.
Everybody loved it.
Right. And then, boom. Quick.
But it was instantly he turned.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. You're right.
4 weeks to play it up, this, that, and the other. Whatever. But it was great. SmackDown, this is probably the first time in a long time that I love SmackDown.
I stayed up the whole time and watched SmackDown.
I always stay up. I'm excited to stay up for SmackDown.
I don't always stay up for either of them because, I can tell in the first 45 minutes whether it's going to be a good show or a bad show.
Well, that's the opening segment for Raw.
Right. And you knew that it was going to be a bad show after that.
Shitty show. All right, guess who's up? I think
it's the English professor.
It is.
Time to get your books ready. Go to class.
The first Stone Cold Steve Austin Jack's bone-crunching figure was nearly impossible to find when it hit stores. I searched the shelves of Toys R Us with no luck. A fellow 20-something-year-old guy whom I hadn't seen standing next to me said, "I can't find Austin anywhere. I've been at 3 stores already." How did he know I was also looking for Stone Cold? That's because anyone who was looking at the pegs for that long had to be looking for Stone Cold. Any serious wrestling figure collector at the time had the rest of the series. Last year, the Pittsburgh Pirates hosted a countywide baseball clinic for area youth baseball teams. Along with a day on the field learning some basics from coaches and players, each kid also received 2 free game tickets. The clinic was absolutely free and there were no strings attached. I stood on one of the lines with my son as we awaited some free merchandise. The boys talked about boy stuff, and eventually the conversation turned to pro wrestling. One of them mentioned an NXT match in which a girl reversed a sleeper into a pin by kicking herself off of the top rope. I said, "That's how Bret Hart beat Roddy Piper." And the other dad finished my sentence with, "At WrestleMania 8. We smiled and nodded at each other. It was an understanding that we had shared a common youth experience that we were now sharing with our kids. We can crushers will sometimes goof on wrestling fan stereotypes. Mark has been known to even get downright personal. But in our hearts, we know there's something special about wrestling fans. We are the descendants of those who watched Roman gladiators battle lions, as well as the successors of those who attended Shakespeare's premieres and booed his villains, clapped for his heroes, and cheered his special effects. Wrestling fans have little need for today's technology to express our opinions. Why write a Google review for a movie you hate and run the risk of the movie makers never reading your words when you have the instant gratification of booing a wrestler whom you feel has given less than 100%? And that immediate review will give the wrestler food for thought. Despite our uncouth behaviors, there are no sports fans who are as peaceful as wrestling fans. Though there is no rivalry between Pittsburgh and New York teams, I've been made to feel less than welcome at Pittsburgh sporting events as I supported my hometown New York teams, even having had things thrown at me and having been threatened with physical violence. Perhaps I'm in the minority or I haven't gone to enough wrestling matches, but I've never witnessed a fight at a pro wrestling card because two fans cheered for different combatants. Mark's favorite team is the Rock and Roll Express. My favorite tag team is the Midnight Express. Wrestling was our introduction to one another, and this important fact was out in the open pretty early in our relationships. And yet, here we both are 30 years later, bro. In today's English Tip of the Week, we will discuss the difference between its, IT''S, and its, ITS. Its, IT''S, is a conjunction combining the words it and is. Its, ITS, is a possessive pronoun. You should use IT''S whenever you wish to combine the words it and is. You should use ITS when you're trying to show an object's possession of something. The easiest way to remember the difference is if you're not combining it and is, then use ITS. Here are some examples of each. Whether you like it or you don't like it, learn to love it because it's the best thing going today. Which its did the Nature Boy use? IT''S or ITS? Answer, IT''S. When we look at it's the best thing going today, we're saying it is the best thing going today. Let's take a look at when Jake's Cobra bit into the Macho Man's arm. The snake is sinking his teeth into the Macho Man. Would we use IT''S or ITS? The snake is sinking its teeth into the Macho Man. If we try to say it is, the sentence makes no sense. The snake is sinking its teeth into the Macho Man. Since it makes no sense, and we're talking about the possession of the snake, the correct answer is ITS. In another example, Jim Ross yells, "My God, it's Stone Cold!" Is IT''S correct? Or is it ITS? Does it is Stone Cold make sense? Yes, it does. It is Stone Cold. So the answer is IT''S. And with that, class,
You're dismissed.
Its favorite part of the show.
Oh,
you see what I did with it?
I see what you're saying. I'm just going to give you a healthy nod.
Yeah, healthy nod, so they can see
You're
that.
a wrestling fan.
I am a wrestling fan. How did you know?
Did you ever know that the English Professor was WrestleMania 1?
No, this is the first time I've heard the story.
Oh, my God.
I can't wait to talk to him about it.
Oh, I'm sure he'll tell you. A couple times.
Speaking of talking to people, guess who else I seen over the weekend?
Nick Galbo.
No.
Robin Stahl.
Oh, my goodness. I seen him at his son's bowling party.
Ooh, yeah!
I tell you what, I seen him and he was doing the bowling and it was fantastic.
Mr. Lupino.
Yes, I did.
We don't have a name for him because all his names are rated X.
Rated X. Oh, my goodness.
The rated X Lupino.
Well, yeah, I like that.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh,
Now he's got a name. Welcome to Can Crushers for real, Lupino.
Rated X Lupino.
And we talked about it, and this is before I talked to you. So I said to him, I said, Pat, Mark's going down there in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and
The end of May.
4 weeks, 5 weeks then. I don't know. He's going down there soon.
29 days. Callie will tell you.
And I said, I have this feeling that they're going to offer him a job with the company because he is pretty into it. And he's like, really, you think? And I said, this is right up Mark's field. This is going to be fantastic for him. And then cut back to Monday. Tuesday. I mean, he's probably out there snapping into a Slim Jim. He was so happy.
He is. I actually have not talked to him since.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he works a stupid shift.
Who doesn't work stupid shifts?
But he really works a stupid
5 to 1
shift.
is a dumb shift. Hey, Mark, you want to go through our shtick?
Nope.
Why?
I don't know. I'm really disappointed. We have a couple in here. I thought you were going to be like just pushing buttons today.
No, I didn't want to. I mean, I don't want to overdo it. And this one isn't a great soundboard. This is not that great. I got to download another one. But I figured this one would help because I wanted to do the radio thing for our introduction today. Like, I was listening to the radio this morning and I'm like, God, there's always that morning radio host that's so freaking happy. And
Paul is
I'm like, I'm a bear.
Butterflies.
I'm a bear.
Butterflies and rainbows out of this guy. You know who we did see, by the way? Before we do our shtick, we saw probably one of our dearest, closest friends. We love him. And can you remember what he said about the big maple oak tree? And that's why we named the podcast what we named it today.
Yeah, he said the big oak once started as a nut that stood his ground.
Okay. That's why it's called the big maple today.
Do you call it the big maple? Because it's supposed to be the oak.
Maybe, I don't know. I can edit that. It'll probably be the big oak.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the mighty oak.
Mighty oak! I'll change it all together.
The mighty oak was once started as a nut that stood his ground. And thank you, Dom, for your kind words, and even the Facebook post.
Yeah, thank you. We love you, Dom.
We do love you.
You don't know how much.
And we say it every time because now it's from the desk of Dom Patalano.
It is. 30 years, bro.
And not from the pizza chop, but you'll always be Dom. And this town is so lucky to have a guy like you, and we love you. Woo! Oh, God. I don't have any sad sounds for this.
Pro Printing and Office, 814-834-3006. Coffin, that one was Paul's.
Sorry.
David will hook you up with all your graphic needs.
Collar and elbow, hats, hoodies, tees, sweatshirts, jackets, anything your little wrestling heart can desire. This is a wrestling store for wrestlers, for wrestling fans. Pretty much the awesomest place I've ever seen. When you check out of your thing, OVW check out of your order, OVW for 10% off. Sorry, my football team is a bunch of girls that love to text.
Powder Puff.
They are Powder Puffs. We're going to change our name from the Mountain Lions to the Powder Puffs next year.
So you're back at it again this week. You had the week off last week, and I'm going to say we put together a...
Yeah, thank you so much for your help. We sold 358 dinners. It was 360 we cooked all together.
We ate some.
Yeah, we ate some. You guys like us can't just not drink beer and work all day. We gotta eat.
Well, we're supposed to eat.
Yeah,
is the thing. We have Mama Grace making sure that we are eating.
We probably should do a little more water intake too.
We had a lot of water intake, for the love of God.
Well, we had water through osmosis, but that doesn't count as drinking water, bud.
You can find us at Facebook and Instagram. It's at CanCrusher69.
Gmail, CanCrusher69 at gmail.com. Website, https://cancrushers69.wixsite.com/cancrushers.
Doing some more work on that, trying to promote it. I got some things in the hopper for that. But you can listen to us on the WrestlePost app, downloadable for every phone. Also on Alexa, Boxcast, Overcast, Bullhorn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, and Spotify, which in time we're going to have an add-on. It's going to be probably a couple months down the line, but we are going to get an ad on Spotify. How do you like that?
I loved it. That was so good.
I will need you and the English professor to be in attendance so we can put it together at one time compared to bit and piecing this together. I hate your football team right now.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're talking so much. Teresa had just asked me what the address to her game is this week, and it's on my Facebook page. Like, it's a big banner. I've posted it a million times.
So you're not home?
No, we're not at home. We're in Phillipsburg this week.
There it
so
is.
If anybody's in Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania, 5 o'clock kickoff against the Moshannon Valley Vikings. I'm sorry that we're doing this. We're all over the place right now with our shtick.
Well, yeah. Before I announce one more thing,
holy, I'm turning the
Blog
sound
Talk
off.
Radio every Thursday night from 7 to 8. You can call in and we can talk wrestling. And Paul will give you the phone number.
563-999-3462.
What is it?
563-999-3462.
For the love of God.
563-999-3462.
So, I am taking the day off of work on Friday because I am heading to Concord, North Carolina for the Crockett Cup.
Will you give me some grapes?
I will get you some grapes, if they're in season down there.
Because I'm sure that Monday when you come back and it's raining, you'll be doing the wine. Ooh! I don't have it, but I'm... Why?
My God, you suck at this board. We need to...
That's just a symbol.
Yeah. Nonetheless...
Oh, wait. It's called rim shot. I could have been hitting this the whole time. I didn't know.
Yeah, rim shot. This is a bad podcast, by the way.
This is great.
Big events going on down at the Crockett Cup. It's the return of it. You're going to see teams like the Briscoes, the Rock and Roll Express, the War Kings. Jack Stain and I are going to try to have maybe a beverage or so afterwards.
Get it!
So I don't know how the ride is going to be Sunday when I come home, but nonetheless, it's also available on pay-per-view, guys, on the Fight TV app. I think it's $25 if you want to watch it.
Wait, Fight, it's F-I-T-E, right?
F-I-T-E.
Yeah, Fight TV app.
So check it out.
There's more. Imagine Pro Wrestling Volume 2 in Altoona.
There is.
May 18th.
D'Lo Brown is going to be there. We have a couple people going down with me. You have a football game probably, right?
Yeah, dude, yeah. I'm booked.
So I know myself, the English professor, and Colin are going. So we're going to head to that. May 10th, we have From the Ashes, the Sean Phoenix benefit.
In Lamont Furnace, PA.
Yep.
All proceeds to benefit Sean Phoenix.
Yeah, they're starting to pop up some matches and everything, and we'll slowly get them on. But if you want to order tickets, you can head over to our website, and we'll send you right over to that. So, yeah.
I just broke a snus. I'm pissed about it.
Yeah, see, that's why.
Fresh one.
Girly snuffs.
Hey, it's appetizing.
They are appetizing. They're
deliciously refreshing.
They're nice and all.
Not that you should chew. It's bad for you. And I'm trying to quit someday, but not today.
They are a good alternative to regular snuff.
With a wedding, podcast, a football team that I'm kind of...
A wrestling tryout.
A football team I coach. I'm a little stressed, a little verklempt over here.
A little what?
A little verklempt. Talk amongst yourself. I'll give you a topic. Wrestling in the 90s.
Go!
The
Repo Man. Guys, watch Facebook this week. I'm going to pop in with some live updates of what's going on.
Ooh, Facebook Live from Marky Mark.
Facebook Live this week. We have as of right now, we have a spotlight set up for this Friday. It is with Sean Phoenix to talk about this benefit. We're hoping everything goes as planned. He's got a busy schedule. I've given him a time that if he doesn't show up, I'm booked ass to ass.
Why?
I'm
How
an
do you
ass, man.
How do you have two asses?
I don't know. It's one of those shows.
Play the music, Mark.
What music?
Garbage, 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 garbage.
Garbage tip of the week, Mark. What do you got for us?
I completely forgot about even this. I was ready to say, remember, Paul, you're trash.
Oh my God! You forgot about the garbage tip of the week. Well, I mean, I guess we go with old reliable.
Bag your shit.
Well, no. Actually, today I dumped a can and it was full of broken glass. Yeah,
You have that one on there.
I do. It was full of broken glass. Just please label something.
broken glass.
Please label something for your garbage man. The last thing they want to do is get cut on flying glass that you didn't have in a
flying cup.
or a flying cup. Mark, that was awesome. Little side story. Mark dropped a cup on the ground, picked up
break. It didn't break when it hit the ground.
picked up the cup and was like, you know what? I'm going to break it off the side of the truck. And went to throw it in the back, hit the side, shattered everywhere.
So I picked that up.
Yeah, it was funny. It was great.
You and the driver was busting a nut.
I peed a little. I was laughing so hard.
Oh my God.
Little pee never hurt nobody.
Beep, beep. All right, guys. Like I said, the English professor has the Facebook for the weekend. Don't forget to vote. Continue to vote. All those will still be up at 9 o'clock. I have the whole first round pretty much booked. It's until like the beginning of May, first round. I don't know if 32 people. The first round takes forever.
That's fine. We're good. I mean, Lisa, this one will run for a little bit. We have time, and
Yeah, we have
like you
lots
said,
of time.
We got a lot. We have 4 weeks until Money in the Bank, so
Yeah.
there's that.
All right. Well, let's set this out.
What? No, I'm not sending it out yet. I don't want to.
All right, don't then.
Remember, just because you're trash, it doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage cannot.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Watch Facebook. I'll pop up.
Enjoy some wrestling if you can. Like I said, go to an indie show if it's around you. Check to find out. These people are entertaining and they're awesome and they work hard.
And if you want me to scout anybody, let me know.
Let them know.